Yo, what's going on, guys? Welcome back to a brand new video on the channel. Inside of today's video, going to be going over the Queso Cup games which we played yesterday against Qlash. If you guys have followed us in competitive recently, we've not had the best of luck against the likes of SK and Qlash, but recently the luck has started to change a little bit, beating SK last week and then facing off against Qlash yesterday. So the bans going into this one were Poco, Stu, Bell and Jesse. So yeah, before we get into the games, if you're looking to buy something in the shop, make sure using the credit code mine would be greatly appreciated. So without further ado, let's jump straight into it. Alright guys, so jumping into the first game is going to be on Hot Zone Parallel Play. So this is one of our worst Hot Zone maps, to be honest. But look at the comp that they've got. They've got the Gina Ruffs going down their defensive lane, trying to get those upgrades, and we've got the Byron BB. So I think we did point out that we could beat this combo, looking at what they're likely to go. So we probably have the strongest matchup because the BB is just going to completely wreck the Ruffs, and the Gina's just not enough DPS on those on their side of things to actually take this BB down, especially when I'm just spamming KC with heals. He's got his gadget. There's a shield as well. It's honestly just so hard to actually kill that BB. As you can see, Casey's just basically invincible in this point of time. So Tom, he's just going to wait until we capture their zone. On those side of things, as you can see, it's a bit of a weird start to it, because normally people capture their like zones at the start, but with our composition, we want to be capturing their side first. So we've got a really good lead. So basically, you can see how much we've got on their zone. So as long as we now get our zone, we know we will have the lead once both defensive zones are taken up. So with Barley, we want BB on the Barley. They're using this slow gadget, which we didn't really expect. Well, actually, it's kind of clever for Barley to use a slow gadget in case we do find themselves against tanks. So right now it is kind of risky. Well, not risky, I would say we're in a bad position, because now Guille and Chaos both have upgrades. Chaos is really tanky here. Casey's going to get pulled there, but as long as I'm constantly trying to get also on here, it shouldn't be too bad. So I miss a splash here, but Tom gets a really nice slow, and I think that's what finalizes the kill right there. So that was really clutch. We're actually up here, so as you can see, we're up by like 5 or 6%, and it's a nice clutch kill from Tom. If that would have gone the other way, we probably would have lost that game. So that was really close right there. So that's the last Barley slow as well. We're 3% up. I know I can just keep spamming KC with the heals, and we're going to be able to win this. So Tom's got to jump as well. He's going to jump right in, and only like 3%, 2% left. So we know it's just no way they're going to be able to stop us. They've got no Barley slows. They've got no Brawler that can do a lot of DPS. So as long as I just keep spamming the heals on KC, we're going to be able to win this game in the end. So that's a nice game to start off. It was really close, to be honest. It could have gone either way. Let's hop into the next one. All right, guys, jumping into the second game of Hot Zone. So they've stuck with the same composition, which we didn't really expect them to do so. But Ruffs and Gina just such a strong combo, especially when you're defending down defending down their defensive lane. So Tom's going to use his gadget so he can basically get his super for free. So this is really well played from Tom. He's just going to wait until he can get his supers over and over again. Casey's just waiting for the speed, and to be honest, we probably should have pushed him. With a Ruffs comp, you don't really want to allow him to get so much HP, but I think we was fairly confident once we got like a max speed, we could just take them out pretty simply, as long as Tom had his super as well. I don't think there's much that these guys could actually do. So yeah, we're just holding this max speed until both teams have captured the defensive lanes, and then we're going to slowly, well, not slowly, really fast push up. So Tom's got his super here, Casey's got his speed, so we're going to wait to go together here. As you can see, Casey popping the speed now. So Casey's just going to occupy the Barley. Really well played from him. Nice dash in it. Going to take the Barley down. A nice super from Tom. Chaos has like no shots left, so I know I'm going to be able to take him down. And just like that, we're able to wipe down all the HP that they've earned. So to be honest, any sort of kind of pressure against Ruffs not going to do too well with, because it just doesn't have like a lot of damage, especially since he got nerfed with his like a shot on unload speed, I think it was. He's just not able to take down the aggressive brawlers as quickly as he used to. So we're just going to heal up over here. Gene, to be honest, like a month ago, he was nowhere near the parallel plays meta. Then all of a sudden, everyone just kept going Gene on parallel plays, and that's all you see. It's a really good defensive brawler on this map. So Tom nearly gets a triple kill there. He was playing an amazing Amber inside of these games. It's kind of weird how the meta evolves, especially when there's been no balance changes. You see like a cycle of brawlers constantly become meta and not meta again. Like Amber wasn't really meta for a long time. I'll probably say a good month. Like people stopped going to Amber, then all of a sudden again people are starting to go Amber. So as you can see, I've got some nice pulls over here. I'm just going to work my way to get another pull. I think the main reason as well, actually why Amber hasn't been used so much in comp right now, is because of Crow. Like, Crow just completely hard counters Amber. People started to use Crow against the Ambers, but Amber's just a pretty solid choice overall, especially if you can keep cycling your supers. As you can see, Tom's just playing it really, really well. He'll playing it aggressive. Does connect on Chaos. Chaos is going to go down here. I'm going to work for a pull on Trevor. He's going to go down. And basically, we're just time wasting at this point. As long as we're keeping up the pressure. We definitely learned from last time when we faced off against Qlash in the monthly finals that, well, obviously we just made like a dumb mistake that time around. Like, we just kind of left the left-hand zone unoccupied for no reason. But the way you should be playing this map is pushing through your defensive lane. And we did that perfectly there. So everyone playing it really, really well inside of the first set. Let's hop into the next one. All right, guys. So jumping into the first game of gem grab. So we have got the minecart here. So again, as I said, Amber is slowly starting to become a little bit meta. Obviously, the meta comp here, especially when there's no poker in play, is G-Max Sandy. G-Max Sandy is the best gem grab comp right now. But on Minecart Madness, you can actually go a few different combinations, as people have been learning. Like before, a couple of weeks ago, people would just go on G-Max Sandy just everywhere. But Amber's a really good pick on this map specifically because you've got a lot of long line of sights with Amber. You can get some nice supers, obviously zoning off a lot of the map. That's a nice pull from herself, and Casey's just playing really, really well. Literally, everyone's playing so well inside of this one. There's also combinations that people are starting to use as well, like the 8-bits and the crows on this map, because as I said, like, long line of sights can work really well now. Constant minecart pushing people back. The thing with 8-bit, you've got to be really careful, because if you don't get the first minecart, then it can be really easy for enemy team to basically keep 8-bit spawn traps. So Tom playing really, really well here, able to get the kill right there. So Casey again, he's dashing in probably a little bit too, actually no, he manages to survive. I was going to say that's probably a bit too aggressive, but still he's able to save his life. So you can see Casey's just playing absolutely unreal with this max. You're about to see a really bad pull there. Yeah, I didn't really play the best Gene inside of these games, but it didn't really matter because my teammates were popping off. Like, it was actually playing at like 10 o'clock at night. I had a lot of G Fuel, and G Fuel at that time of night just doesn't sit well. Like, I remember I was just way too hyper. Like, there's actually a point where you actually like got too much caffeine in you. I had too much caffeine. I was just missing pulls that I would never in my life miss. Like, that pull was absolutely terrible. Anyways, Casey with a speed there. To be honest, I should have just probably ran through there. But again, nice pull on Guille, relieving us a bit of pressure. But they're in a good position here. We've got Chaos with the pull. We've got a Sandy super, so I'm just going to wait for Casey. I think Casey's close to speed. I remember him hauling here. So we're actually in a tough position here. They have 10 gems, and all they need to do is basically contest for our 10th gem. So right here, we're in a really good position. Minecart pulling this back. But Casey here, luckily he's got a dash. He's able to dash and stop the countdown, and then the speed as well. That is just beautiful. That is beautiful. Couldn't ask for anything more from Casey. Like, obviously he's a really good max like all the time, but in these games it was near enough perfect the way he was playing. I missed another pull, which was just plain stupid, but it didn't really matter. Like, sometimes I know it might sound like an excuse, but honestly, like, missing a pull doesn't really matter too much because we can just use it for pressure. So here I was really confused because we were all pretty sure that they could have reset it there. I think we're all calling out that we need to probably like get a kill to stop them resetting it, but instead I think they opt to try and kill us instead of going in the middle and not collecting that gem. So that's why you see a bit of a weird, like, us trying to push out and like it kind of faltered out. But yeah, that's going to be the first gem grab game right there. Let's hop into the next one. All right, guys, jumping into the second game of gem grab then. So we've kept it with the same combination. We're thinking about switching it up, as I said, to like the 8-bit crow combination, because that's really good against G-Max Sandy as well on this map. So they've got first minecart this time around, but I think we're 2 lucky gem spawns. We're able to get the first 2 gems. Casey does go down, and so does Tom. I believe he gets pinched out slowly here, which is a bit unfortunate. But I'm going to keep the pressure up in mid on my own here. Casey with the speed as well. So we've got the first 4 gems. So really good start from us. We're going to look for... Oh, that's what I'm talking about with my Gene yesterday. It was terrible. That was got to be one of the worst like Gene performances I've had in a long time. But as I said, luckily enough, we just kept the aggression going over and over again. Casey playing unbelievably well. As I was talking about, like, I honestly had too much caffeine. I was too hype, and my pulls were going to literally Narnia. Like, they'll go into outer space. So Chaos gets a pull there, but it doesn't really matter too much because he's gonna not really cycle it. right there. Tom's going to be able to respawn in time. I'm close to my pull again, I believe, at this point. Yeah, so I get a nice pull on a Gee here. Knocking back, get the kill. So they're slowly getting back in gems, but right here we get some really good pressure. Tom with a good gadget, with a good super. Chaos is super low in that corner right there. So they're in a really tough spot in this situation. Another speed from KC. Gear's constantly trying to work itself in an aggressive lane, and it can be really hard because I don't want to give Gear in his super. So we're trying to just keep our distance as much as possible from the Sandy and just pinch at a distance. Which is what we do pretty well. So they've got Sandy super. To be honest, they've got really good pressure here. 8 gems. We started really well, but managed to keep them out of the Sandy super. So they're about to equal things up. As I said, that Sandy in that position is just so dangerous. Tom with another super. And we're looking to try and get back on the offense here. So some really close games here. See, 9-8. So like everything really going to the wire. But this is one thing that we've definitely lacked in our gameplay, is being able to close things out. Like, we can't close things out. Unfortunately, I just missed a pull again there. As I said, like, everyone was just missing pulls or just not doing the best pulls at all. Like in the games beforehand, while I was watching, no one was hitting gene pulls at all. So they're able to equal things up again here. So a really tense game. Like beforehand, in every other tournament game, like in these situations, it would just never go our way. But it just seems like it was going our way today. So we've got the 11th gem here. We're trying to fight for mid control. I get a nice pull on EA, and Chaos is really low here. I can't recognize that and just go for him and get him down. But that's going to be the gem grab set going to us as well. So currently 4-0 up in games overall. Let's hop into the next set. Alright guys, jumping into the first game of Brawl then. So we went with a bit of a weirder comp. We went for the Max, BB and the Sandy combination. So in scrims, this comp was working really well. I remember watching the VOD back from the competitive, from the stream, and people were just saying, well, this comp just isn't it. But in scrims, as I said, this comp worked every single time. So the major thing for me was probably me feeding Chaos that first super, breaking open my lane. If I hadn't fed him that first super, I think it would have been a lot easier. But we're also giving Linane a lot of value. We should have probably split up a lot more there. So Linane's already got the first power up, which is pretty scary, because B with power up with the 3k basically turns into like a 4k shot, which is just insane. So they've got really good pressure here. They've got Guille and Linane with that power up. It's not looking too great for us, so we're just looking for a chance to get Sandy's super. But as you can see, I'm just getting completely wrecked here. Yeah, it's just a really bad start. So I think that's where it kind of started off from. So we gave Linane too much value, and we also gave Chaos that first super within like a minute, which isn't good. So I should have really had my super before Chaos, which really screwed things over. But nevertheless, trying to push them back here. But Linane, he's doing a good job with that gadget there. He's got 3k again, and then straight away Chaos with the upgrade to Linane. And this is where it gets dangerous, because B is so dominant on this map. Everyone knows like the B and the Barley combination is just goated on Super Stadium. It'll always be goated. So Linane, he's popping off right here. There's nothing we can really do. We just haven't got a Sandy super or anything. It was just awfully played from probably myself inside of that one. So that's going to be that Brawl game right there. Let's hop into the next one. Alright guys, so jumping into the next game of Brawl. So a bit of a different combo from us. We never seem to use Byron inside of this map, but Byron's a really good counter to B, because you've actually outranged B, and for the majority of the like time playing against B, you're probably going to be hitting more shots than she is, just because of Byron's like shot mechanic. It's just easier to hit in general. So I'm just slowly playing really passive most of the time. I'm just going to be spent trying to heal KC down his lane, but really good pressure from KC, able to get his bear really well, and that is just amazing play. Like KC played so good inside of this. So first goal right there to us. They've already got an upgrade, but it doesn't really matter too much, because I'm going to be helping KC down his lane a lot of the time. KC just gets taken down there, but I'm just going to get the ball and just corner it here. Like, I don't care if I die. I'm just putting that straight in the corner, and we're just going to basically defend for our lives for like a minute 30. So that's one thing we don't also do a lot of the time. Like, we don't normally get ball control and corner it. Like, it's a bit of a profound strategy. Like, people don't really like seeing the ball being cornered, but especially on Super Stadium, it can be so hard to actually get the ball out of a corner, especially if you're cycling deaths really well. That's one thing you look to do in Brawl the majority of the time, is just as long as you all don't die at the same time, you're going to be always at a point where you can actually defend the ball. So Get some nice heals on everyone here. I'm just basically going to sit behind this wall the entire time, not allowing them to push up, especially when I've got my splash available. If someone's really low, I can just kill them pretty simply. So Tom, he's going to go down there, but does get a trade on Qlash. So already like a minute of time just wasted on our end. They haven't even looked likely to score. So like, I think the main like threat is going to be if Barley gets in a position to do anything. So Tom, he's up against a upgraded Barley here. They've all got upgrades. So again, 40 seconds left. As long as we all don't die at the same time, it should be all right. So I should have splashed a little bit earlier there. Chaos just survives 168 HP, which is unfortunate. Tom does go down. So we're looking pretty scary here with 25 seconds left. They've all got upgrades, so that's a really important kill from KC, because not only does he get the kill there, but he gets the bear to push him back. Tom with a nice trade, and only 15 seconds left. There's not much these guys can do, so I think that was a really clutch bear from KC. Again, playing Nita so well, so we're going to be able to take that Brawl game right there. I think we have just complete control the entire time. The bar and heals with Nita, pretty OP. Let's hop into the next game. Alright guys, so jumping into the final game of Brawl. So this is set point for both teams and match point for us. So we're looking for the sweep right here. So Lane, he's a really aggressive at B in the middle here. He's just going to run up with his 3K shot. Tom does a nice job of getting that Nita down. And KC just always seems to do so well against Barley Lane. I don't know how he actually does it. Unfortunately, I didn't actually pinch in time with KC there, else we would have got a kill on Qlash. So a little bit of a bad heads up from myself. So we've let Qlash get in position. As I said, I've just realized now that was really important, because if I would have actually pinched a lot earlier with KC, Qlash wouldn't be in this dominant position and just wrecking us. So you can see like Barley Lane, there's hardly anything that can actually beat Barley Lane because of the range, the damage that he's got now. It's just kind of insane how good he is. So I'm looking for the kill on Qlash. He's going to get super again here. He's going to flush us all the way out. And in this situation, we're just kind of screwed. Like, to be honest, it's going to be really lucky for us to find a kill. Lane really low, Qlash really low, but I don't think there's much we can really do in this scenario. So yeah, kind of screwed ourselves from the beginning there, but it took a minute for them to score. To be honest, we defended as well as we could have. Qlash again with super. You just see Barley just get super so often. It's such a good, well, but it's just so good at actually getting pressure, especially on a map like this, because one Barley super can push people back all the way into spawn. You've got to think of it like a Sandy super in a way. Like, it just forces the enemies back for a long while. So I've got 3K shot here. I'm going to go much more aggressive. KC with a bear. That's going to be really hard for a B and a Barley to deal with. So I'm putting a ball in this position here, looking to try and protect it. Make sure they're not trying to corner it. It's in a dangerous position for these guys. So as long as we're watching the ball control, it's a really underrated aspect of a Brawl. You'd think it's really obvious to say, but honestly, the ball control will win people games. Like, as long as you're keeping an eye on it, making sure they're not in a dangerous position. So here I'm lining up the shot and I squeeze it in. So that was just me. I just love playing Super Stadium, especially with a B or like any brawler in the mid. I just like to recognize like where people are out of position, and a lot of times you can get some sneaky goals just like that. So 20 seconds left going into overtime. I'm looking to try and get some pressure on these guys. So Casey does go down. I get a nice snipe on the Nita there. I do go down there, overextend it a little bit. This was pretty scary. I thought we were going to concede here because of that death. KC does go down again, I believe, here. So they're just in a really good position. So it's a 1v3 here. I'm just trying to waste time for as long as possible, wait for my teammates to respawn. So I'm just literally just using everything at this point. My gadget, I'm just using everything in my resources to try and block and save it. So it's a nice kill from KC on the B. I thought KS could have probably scored here. He does use his bears. Nice slow on Tom. I'm just going to focus on Nita here, try and keep it back. So I get some nice snipes on her. 3K shot, so I'm pretty much popping it off at this point in overtime. I hit my 3K on Lane as well. He's going to be really weak, and we've got amazing pressure right here. So I'm looking to try and get my 3K shot again. All of them are pretty, well, actually, no, only Lane really low here. So I get my 3K shot again. Lane's in the corner from Tom's super, and we're looking really, really good here. So KC slots it in there for the win overall. I didn't think it was going to actually make that. I thought Qlash was going to actually save that, and this is super clear, but that was a really nice goal from KC. So really well played from all of us right there. But that's going to be it for today's video. Hope you guys enjoyed some competitive gameplay. We're going to be playing the qualifiers this weekend. So obviously, like Queso Cup, it can be pretty fun to win and playing these tournaments, but of course, always the focus is on these qualifiers and getting towards World Finals. So hopefully we have a good showing in the qualifiers this weekend. But that's going to be it for today's video. Hope you guys enjoyed. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. And I'll see you guys next time.